My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. It's time to go in with the Ironclad to Ascension 10. We're doing it. We're doing it live. Transform two of our cards, would ya? Rampage and Fight Me. Oh, I want a thin deck with that Rampage. Is that possible? How possible is that? I'm kind of partial to this 2 elite late shop, 3 rest line. Can even get a really early shop, and hey, if I'm going for removal 2 shop on this floor, bunch of question marks, that's where you get those. So Rampage is deal 8 damage by base, then increase this damage card by this card's damage rather. Wait, no, it's 9 damage by base in this mode, isn't it? Yeah, 9 damage by base in this game rather, SCS2. Deal 9 damage, increase this card's damage by 5 this combat. When you upgrade this, it's 9. So with vulnerability, that's 21 damage. Take out the worm. Perfected Strike, Armaments, and Pommel Strike. I don't really want to add too many cards to this deck, but Pommel Strike can go. It's card neutral, assuming I play it. Fight Me, deal 5 damage twice, gain 2 strength, the enemy gains 1 strength. I'm not really eager to give my enemy strength there. Yeah, just because I don't defend very well. Blood Wall. Yeah, I'm gonna need a defense. I'm gonna need a dense defensive card. That and Shrug It Off in particular is the gold standard. We leave one of the leaf slimes within lethal next turn for just a strike. Perfect. No damage taken. Oh, with that bash draw, we're pretty likely to be able to finish this fight with 0 damage taken entirely. Hell yeah, so we got back to full HP. Bloodletting, 0 energy to gain 2 energy but take 3 damage. Would be my second HP loss card, so I'd probably start looking at an HP loss build. Juggling, add a copy of the 3rd attack you play each turn into your hand. If the 3rd attack was a very powerful Rampage, that would then give me another Rampage, would be nice. I'm leaning towards Bloodletting just because I am intending to add draw to this deck. We'll cut a strike and add a Shrug It Off. Sadly, I didn't have enough money to buy a Punch Dagger, which would have been incredible. Upon pickup, Enchant and Attack with Momentum 5. Increases card's attack by 5 when played this combat. Put that on a Rampage that's already doing that effect by itself. It gets pretty good. Oh, hell yeah. I can take out the enemy back line, which is actually the best damage I can prevent this turn. As well as gain 2 strength. Got him. Molten Fist, Perfect Strike, and Iron Wave. Disinterested entirely. Let's take another upgrade. Pommel Strike needs to draw a second card basically as soon as it can. Yeah, I probably should have upgraded Bash though. Yeah, I'll gain 2 strength, so it's... There we go. If we can take out both of the small slimes as well as gain some strength, I think that's what we should do. Sadly took another 9 damage there. Yeah, next 2 cards in the deck were hella defensive as well, so it's just unlucky. Heart of Iron. Thunderclap, Body Slam, and Burning Pact. Happily take Burning Pact, thin the deck down as well as draw cards. Planisphere. Whenever you enter a question mark room, heal 4 HP. If I follow the line we're already planning on, I'll do that. I'll use the... I was about to call it a metallicized potion. The Heart of Iron in this fight. I really need to stay aggressive while also taking as little damage as possible, and that's exactly what the tool is for. I would love to bash here, and I will. Hopefully I've got Rampage this turn, otherwise it's barely worth the bash that I used. Rude. Thankfully I was still capable of fully defending that turn, and we kill him with the Rampage the turn after. Look at the 5 rings. Every 5 cards you add to your deck. Heal 15 HP, and that's Rupture. Whenever you lose HP on your turn, gain 1 strength. Unrelenting's also here, 2 energy, deal 13 damage. Deal 12 damage, sorry. Next attack you play cost 0. Yeah, I can take Rupture. I mean, I don't really want it to be the identity of the deck, but I can use it. And it does upgrade to become twice as valuable, so we should do that too. Heal 9 HP, upgrade a card in our deck, or enchant a card with Sown. The first time you play each combat, gain an energy. Let's do that for Rupture, so it costs us nothing. Unfortunately, because I did remove a card in the first shop, and I didn't end up getting enough money to remove another card in this shop. This shop I'm most likely going to walk into and just look for an HP loss card. Inferno comes to mind. Huh. Rupture. So if I was still going for like hardcore Pommel Strike deck, Rampage deck, I now take Headbutt. But a second Rupture? Especially when I'm in an HP position where I'm probably going to be able to upgrade. Let's get rid of defense, basically. Yeah, I'll do that. Bash and Rampage, setting up. Ooh! Another Rampage. Yeah, the additional strength from 1 Rupture is not going to matter as much as the 5 block there. There goes the Bygone Effigy. Ooh, Blood Potion, huge pickup. Heal for 20% of your max HP. There's also an Amethyst Aubergine for enemies dropping additional gold. And then finally, there's Whirlwind. I now need... Oh, damn. 20% of our max HP. We're on 70, so... It'd be 14? Can I do the next fight with 27 HP? Not with an HP loss build. I'm annoyed about that. The second Rupture upgrade wanted to happen sooner rather than later, but... Do what you do. Because you must. Fight me's not really good here. The longer the fight, the less likely I want to use it at all, but I do want to use the Bloodletting. Alright, you can have 1 strength. If that strength ends up killing me, I'm going to be real mad about it, buddy. I gave that to you. You're not allowed to use it against me. Rampage at the bottom of the deck is the worst position for Rampage to be in. Alright. Yep, even with the block this turn, I would not be able to survive. Well, that cycle sucked. I even rested. I did the rest. I needed weakness. I'm not. This is gonna sound really dumb. I'm not in the habit of looking at the boss. Like unless there's like specific counters, like, you know, taking compact as the defect against Soulfish, that kind of thing. I rarely actually look at the boss ahead of time. And maybe, had I looked ahead of time, I would have prioritized getting weak a little bit more. That said, I don't think I saw that much weak as Ironclad there, so I don't even know if I would have been able. The game is offering me greed. We know how I feel about that. We'll be removing a strike. There is a path for another early removal, which I'll take. Not a great opening hand. Bodes pretty well for the next... pretty poorly, rather. Sorry, for the next turn. Yeah. Now I gotta take a full 12 damage this turn. Ugh. Please debuff. Thank you. I really couldn't afford to take another 16 in the first fight. I just removed a strike. No, I'm not taking Perfected Strike. You can't make me do that. Oh. So we remove a strike and get a Evil Eye there. Ooh. We also get another Book of the Five Rings. Nice. We get an Evil Eye there, which... if we've exhausted a card this turn, blocks for 16. Otherwise, just blocks for 8. 8's still fine. Yeah, like here. It blocks the entire enemy attack with 1 energy rather than 2. Expect a fight. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, this is a good example. Cinder, and then Evil Eye defense for 16. Drums of battle. Drum or battle. 1 drum. Draw 2 cards. Start your turn. Exhaust the top card of your draw pile. I'm a little leery to put too many cards in that say exhaust the top card of your draw pile, because yes, while I will be triggering things like Evil Eye consistently, I will also be burning out my entire deck. Is there something to that? No. Give me an AoE, thank you. I'm about to take on an elite. I'll also upgrade that AoE. I'm actually quite... yeah. I mean, it would have looked like a good idea if it turned out... ugh! Even burned the card I upgraded immediately. I feel like in retrospect, I'm going to have wanted to have used the strength potion at the top of this fight. Oh no. These are not the series of draws you want. There's Bash. I knew it was going to be burning Bash as well, but I really do not have the time to play it. There you go. Yeah, this is untenable. We have to basically play Cinder every time to win. Well, got it. Don't do what Donnie don't did. Bad idea. Let's be even less aggressive. Maybe even Ironclad shouldn't take elites before the halfway point. Well, I guess unless you have a Crucible. Then it's totally viable. You want to be able to take out the final small slime with only 1 energy on that turn, ideally, so that you can use 2 more energy to defend against a twig. Pillage. Deal 9 damage, draw cards until you draw a non-attack card. Does that really count as a damage pickup for us, or should I just take Shrug It Off as a really good defensive tool? Got like one more fight after this where I can still not have a very good aggressive tool and be okay. Come on. That'll do it. Ashen Strike. Deal 6 damage, deal 4 additional damage for each card in your Exiles pile. That's currently almost nothing, but... I think I take the upgraded Expect to Fight. That counts as aggressive and defensive. It's just, well, kind of. It's just glue, right? It just helps things fit together. Especially already upgraded. Now pretty much any attack that draws. Like Pillage, now insane. Sadly, I saw Pillage earlier than this. 3 strikes that turn would have done the business. Come on, 2 strikes this turn. We'll do it. Weak Pot and Thunderclap, Stone Armor, True Grit. I think I just have to take Thunderclap as an AoE. I'm not thrilled about that. I gotta procure a random potion. I almost never avoid the bathe option here, but I'm currently... My next 3 fights are planned to be elites. So... I'll take the potion, thank you. Definitely gonna weaken you. Great. 15 that turn. Should I go full defensive? No, because then I'm just... I basically fall victim to whatever I draw being all I can do. Yeah, I mean, that's Expect to Fight, and then we play out the full hand. Okay. I'm just above half health at the end of this fight. Hand Nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage, and Flame Barrier. What a great defensive pickup. Let's upgrade Bash, because we really need it for the damage. Good thing I've got Thunderclap in this deck. See if I can line up Thunderclap with Pen Nib to take out the frogs. Oh, baby, that's what the Flame Barrier is for. Sadly, we are 1 full deck cycle away from having Thunderclap again. That's not what you want to see. Let's give ourselves a chance of killing someone next turn. Okay. We're down to only 2 left on the field. They're attacking on off turns. Unfortunately, I could just draw dead and... Yep. Follow them straight into the grave. That was only the second of the 3 elites I wanted to take. You're telling me the Super Crucible is not even enough to help me take 3 elites anymore? Don't want to skip all the elites. They're fun. Can have a strike. Alright. Oh, gosh. I'm looking at a 3 rest, 1 elite line. God. Disgusting. How little value. What about a 3 less, 2 elite? Early shop. If I can't even take out 2 elites, how do I plan to kill an architect? I mean... Oh, thank heck, we got the damage for it. Yikes. Armaments, Pommel Strike and Tremel. I'm taking the first aggressive upgrade I see to upgrade past the strike I removed from the deck. I want to be able to take out the backline next turn, so I'm going to have to take 3 damage this turn to have the possibility. Failed in doing that, but at least I'll be able to take him out this turn. So yeah, double defense, strike back, prevent soul incoming. And now it's just Tadpole. Got him. Clarity Extract, Thunderclap, Cinder Headbutt. Take a copy of Headbutt. God damn. They do so much damage on turn 1. I'm gonna try and work them down relatively evenly. Yeah, otherwise we stun them for a turn and then die to them the turn after. Well, not die, lose a lot of HP. Second Pommel Strike, or do I take a Battle Trance? I like Battle Trance. I kind of like the idea of just flooding the deck out with some strikes at the moment. Considering our early path, I will take the healing here. Bloodletting. Remove another strike to try and maintain the balance a little bit. Speaking of maintaining the balance, let's maintain our bash. The strikes did pretty well that turn. Can be still vulnerable. Possibility of... Ooh. Saying possibility of splitting this turn and then split. Perfect. Alright, yeah, I feel like we're probably going to be able to take the second elite. Cure All, gain energy and draw 2 cards, and another Pen Nib. I'll take a Shrug It Off as our first defensive pickup. I'm going to upgrade 1 Pommel Strike. I'm going to upgrade the second Pommel Strike as soon as possible as well. Pocket Watch. Whenever you draw 3 or fewer cards during your turn, draw an additional card. The Stomp wants to be in this deck pretty damn badly. As both a source of AoE, but also if I'm going to be playing this many attacks in a turn consistently and drawing with the Pommel Strike, the Stomp wants to see it. Here, I think I choose to make Shrug It Off more defensive. Good thing I've got Stomp in this deck now. I'm going to pop Cure All on the first turn, looking, yeah, just for another attack that I'm capable of playing so that I can go... hang on. Pommel... Strike. Pommel Strike. Stomp. Do I headbutt Stomp back to the top of the deck and then play it again? Saves us 7 this turn. Should help us really significantly reduce the damage taken over the long term of this fight. Beautiful. Explosive Ampule, deal 10 damage to all enemies, and a meal ticket. Pyre, gain energy at the start of your turn. I do need additional energy, considering how much card draw I've got. That Pyre now wants to be upgraded first. So many attacks. Beautiful. Skill pot. Forgotten Ritual. If you exhausted a card this turn, gain an energy. I don't really exhaust that card. Stampede. If there's a attack in your hand at the end of the turn, play it. I could take Stampede, but I almost feel like it should be Thunderclap or nothing. Pyre needs the upgrade. Alright. Let's draw Pyre. That's not Pyre. I'll head back almost right back to the top of the deck. Okay. This one will be Skill Pot. Not what I was hoping for. Tremble, I guess. Not a great turn. I got to take 17, but I'm drawing so many cards and I got so much energy that it really should pay for itself. Quite easily, in fact. 1, 2, 3. Intangibility is fine. Just seek defense this turn. I got double damage on the second attack. I can't really headbutt something back to the top of the field and then use it, unfortunately. You know what? I'm going to use the Explosive Ampule. I would like to heal much more of my HP when I get to the next floor, please. Ashwater. Exhaust any number of cards and then draw that many. Sorry, no, just exhaust any number of cards, rather. Aggression. At the start of your turn, put a random card from your discard pile into your hand and upgrade it. I mean, yeah, just giving me more cards in hand is pretty good. Thrash. Deal 4 damage, exhaust a random card in hand, and gain damage equal to its attack. If that burned out the wrong card, like, my cards are really good. Their attack value is not actually the good thing about them. I'm going to take Aggression just as an additional card draw each turn. Ooh. Okay. Do I go Break Plus? 15 more damage on Bash as well as 4 more turns of Vulnerable? I almost wonder if Driftwood is what I go for. Sandcastle, upgrade 6 random cards, but probably not the ones I want. Yeah, give me Driftwood. I'm going to take a... I'll take a 3 question mark early path here. Probably end up taking 2 elites, maybe 3. There we go. Finally a turn. It works out really well for us. Bash, strike, strike, stomp. See, our damage is good, but I still lost HP that fight. I'm gonna re-roll here. Evil Eye, the only problem is I don't exhaust cards, so it doesn't have an upside. It's just 11. I don't have a Whirlwind, do I? Well, I do now. Ooh. I don't have Orichalcum, so Daughter of the Wind, just to defend us a little bit while we attack, certainly nice. Bing Bong, really depends how I feel on the day. I mean, I can be very, very, very selective with my card rewards, courtesy of Driftwood, so maybe Bing Bong's better in that context. What about the last one? Mr. Struggles does AoE damage to enemies at the end of turn equal to the turn counter. Yeah, I've always thought that's quite minimal. I'll lose 5. Daughter of the Wind is definitely the one I wanted the most, but I'll take Bing Bong. I'm now only going to take the best cards. Previously, I was allowed to put doo-doo in this deck. Now, I'm only going to take good cards. Oh no, my discard pile. Wait, no, I have enough attacks. Great. Go down on the ground. Get down! Give me back my foot! Got him. Ooh, upgraded Stampede. Yeah, I've got enough card draw in this deck that upgraded Stampede, I think, can do stuff. Right, that's 2 copies of Stomp. Thank you, Bing Bong. Choose a card to transform. I don't think the newly transformed card gets added in an additional copy into the deck. No, wait, never mind. It totally does. 2 headbutts. Okay, this is bad. I Bing Bonged the deck into oblivion. I shouldn't have binged this bong. Stampede, Whirlwind, your turn. You did 18 damage to me. That's a lot of damage. Yeah. There you go. God, I really should put a card in here that does defense at some point. It's starting to feel more and more like I have to. Ooh, Mangle. That's defense. Taunt. Gain 7 block, apply 1 vulnerable. Shrug it off. Yep, those both say defense. I'm gonna score a regen potion to help me with the upcoming 1 elite that I think I'm gonna take this floor. Choose your bracelet. Regular encounters are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. Alright, pommel. We headbutt a... I'm gonna go with the positive shrug it off back to the top of the deck, actually. Yeah, especially because this is the enemy's worst attacking turn. But actually, we've got Mangle to prevent all incoming damage. That worked out really well. And heck, I'll throw Mangle back at the top of the deck. If I can use Stampede consistently to cast Mangle, maybe. Wow, it drew us past Mangle. Oh, but it then drew back to it. All right, I'm down. Stampede casting this Mangle is actually working. Bludgeon? No, Mangle is just a defensive version of Bludgeon. Feel no pain. I do feel like 2 more Shruggadoffs is not bad for this deck, but... I'm gonna rest up. I'll upgrade on the other side of this. Ooh, okay. Well, that's a great start. Pyre out on the first turn. Taunt, shrug. Thunder, pommel, headbutt, stomp. Did forget to go juggling that turn. That's pretty important to me. I guess it is unless I kill the enemy without juggling. Like that. No. No. I mean, I care about energy. I don't care about energy enough to pay my whole health bar for it. 2 clumsies in my deck? You gotta be kidding me. You double the relics and I'll let you double the clumsy. Without that, absolutely not. Fortifier for... solid 14 block that turn. Stampede. Taunts. Mangle. Headbutt a Stampede back to the top of the deck, so I'm ready to start mangling more. I'm gonna headbutt a Mangle back to the top of the deck. Thunderclap, and then end my turn. Mangle! Mangle! Oh, I didn't have aggression out. That sucks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that counted as a card that I played, so the Pocket Watch won't trigger. No! Bash. Pommel. Stomp. Cure all. Gain energy, draw 2 cards. Stonecracker at the start of boss combats. Upgrade 3 random cards in the draw pile. I mean, I'd be lying if I told you that 2 copies of Offering won't be really helpful next floor. Aggression needs to be innate. It's actually really impactful on the deck. Mm-hmm. I used the Cure All that turn just so I could do a ridiculous amount of stomping. Mangle's full defense this turn, but I can't target it appropriately. So I gotta turn around and do that. Oh, I'm weak in this turn. I gotta kill Rocket now. I'm going to burn all of these cards from hand so that I can draw Shrug It Off and so that I can use Offering. So that I can Offering. 2 health left. Then... Stampede, Stampede. Taunt to turn back around. I will Mangle you manually. and then lose. And then I turn around at the end of the turn anyway. Damn it! The Stampedes. I really thought that this was going to be, these 6 additions to the deck were going to be enough additional defense. Clearly could have rested before that boss fight as well. It would have been nice if the 2 offerings weren't the bottom cards of the deck, so I would have a bit more time to actually try and set up. But this deck accomplished so little. I even had the Driftwood Bing Bong combo. Being very specific cards that we wanted to pick up. I think the deck kept feeling like it was lacking things, and so I kept adding things to try and solve that problem. Initially, I was cutting things, adding the strikes instead and things like that, but that's not like glue. We really need, like, you know, strength gain or something like that to actually spiral out of control there. Yeah, this deck has almost no scaling other than it gains additional energy and it can play cards at the end of its turn. But the energy lets it play most of the cards anyway, so the Stampede is only really good if I can, you know, finagle the Mangles back to hand. Alright, Ironclad. You can rest for now. I'll call you back for the Ascension 10 grind in the next episode of Ironclad. In the next episode, I'm going to be going over to the Silent, though. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Spire 2. We're going to have a couple episodes with a fair bit of losses for a period of time here while I crack A10. A special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.